gives UVU a 3-point lead.
Played at Xavier in Louisiana. That was a big-time shot. He beat his man and then went up and over a second defender.
Dawson lays it down for Dan. And a reset for the Red Hawks. 10 on the shot clock.
Dan's got to screen a body, not screen air.
What a pass. And how about the finish by Moncreiffe kicks 3. Maldonado way short. Williamson the offensive board. Nice feed and an easy stuff for Moncreiffe.
Fall.
Thrown away. Huron Dan, look at the 6'10 freshman. Nice pass. Moncreiffe flushes it down. It's up for grabs. It starts right now with Seattle winning the tap. Even though the Red Hawks are the number 5 seed, they are favored tonight. And right away, they bring it to Moncreiffe, who finishes on the interior of 15.
To direct the vets in New Orleans.
There's Dontrez Williams. He missed before the offensive rebound and foul. He misses again. And Seattle back into this game after just 8 points in the first 9 minutes.
So right here, get the basketball to Moncreiffe. Let him go to work, but give it to him in the paint.
He bodies his way in there. Tough finish. It drops.
So continue to pound, gain space, get it off the glass. And not bad defense, but much better offense right there. Nice shot.
Moncreiffe has been awesome so far. Make it 10 points. Hoop and a harm for
I just thought it looked like a runaway locomotive.
That too. Well, it was good defense to get in front. This is the sort of game flow scoreline that benefits Seattle. Much more grinded out team. Moncreiffe to the basket and one.
They weren't able to get paid, but they're pushing it a lot different than what we saw in the first 20 minutes.
Moncreiffe just a single point in the second half. On the deck, splits the double and scores.
He's working hard for his money inside. I mean, he is defending, trying to patrol the paint, and doing a good job of it.
Moncreiffe all the way. Oh, Moncreiffe with a stop.
That trip. Stolen away. Second turnover. Moncreiffe, boy, when he gets rolling. 3, they got to do something in a hurry. Beaker. And Moncreiffe comes down with the rebound. That's his first rebound of the night. The Tennessee Rainwater with 2 fouls. Comes into the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. There is Moncreiffe swooping in from the left.
Early on in the game, Utah Tech winning the war of the boards. As we mentioned before, dominated up in Seattle, but Utah Tech holding a rebounding average 9-7.
Moncreiffe inside, foul, count it. The Western Athletic Conference holding teams to 66.5 points per game. They held Southern Utah to 3 field goals in the first half. Wow, Thursday night.
That's great defense.
Right now, Trailblazers 7 of 16. Seattle 7 of 17 from the floor. Oh, what a move! Count it! Now
The on-ball defense. They've got great help-side defense. They are closing the gaps, closing the lanes. That time, Aribi was able to sneak through one of those lanes. But that Seattle U defense has been great on those Utah Tech on-ball screens.
that stops a 12-0 run by Seattle. Moncreiffe just powering his way inside. Pushing to happen. 7 on the shot clock. Tennessee inside. Oh, that almost went. Moncreiffe comes down with the rebound. That's number 7 for him. And then on the other end, how about him swooping in? On the tiebreakers are correct. Even if they don't win tonight, they'll still have the 5th seed. Moncreiffe inside. Oh, man. Not corral that basketball. And so it's Seattle basketball. 6:05 left. Down 1.
Different set for Seattle U. They haven't run this set all night.
Dawson back to Moncreiffe. There's Riley guarding him. Now Maldonado. Moncreiffe. Oh, that went in. What a play. 2 for 2. He has 9. 11th lead change, 59-58, Utah Tech, under 5 to go.
I almost feel like the first team that can put together 3 consecutive stops is going to win this game.
Beon's got to be careful. He has 4 fouls, and Moncreiffe knows it. In and out, but another offensive rebound. 3-ball, can't capitalize, but again, underneath Moncreiffe, foul, no.
To the bucket, fights it up, no. Langston is there, and that shot altered by Alexander Moncreiffe. We talked about that front court tandem for Seattle U, Dallin. You see what makes them so tough at that end of the floor. And then a bucket at the other end. And he's got the first 2 of the night for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds are locked into the play-in game in St. George on Tuesday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time against Utah Tech. They will get a 3rd go at their rival. As
breaker, you play good defense, but it all goes to none when you allow the offensive rebound in 3.
Sykes turns it over, 3-on-1. Moncreiffe gets it back and lays it in. Moncreiffe right to the bucket, gets it back, flips it up and in. That's where he is. Avalar, Jeter, Lamine, and Felder, the 5 on the court. Cade Brazier can't pour down a 3. Seattle U is +9 on the glass.
That's how they've been able to get this 14-point lead, though not shooting the ball great themselves, getting those second chance opportunities and forcing Southern Utah to 1 shot only on the defensive end.
Moncreiffe gets the switch, barrels down Avalar, and calmly
Rhythm tonight.
Moncreiffe the kick out. Christophilus lets it fly. The Redhawks are just 2 of 13 from 3, but there was offensive rebound number 14. Moncreiffe chisels and kisses it since January 30th.
And the 2 most likely players for Southern Utah to hit a 3 have done so tonight in Langston and Cade Brazier.
Southern Utah will take points any way they can get it. Moncreiffe has the mismatch on Simpson and takes it.
Yeah, all 6 Lopes points coming from Duke Brennan. Junior out of Chandler, Arizona. Moncreiffe, one hand with authority from Moncreiffe again. Looking to back down, goes right into the body of Ward. Shot inside, no good. Gets his own miss, and puts it in.
The fact that Bryce Drew said, hey, we ain't going to have that,
yep.
And subs Caleb Shaw in. Give him a minute to sit down and talk to him, get him back in there, and it's good coaching there by Bryce Drew.
And one on the other side from Shaw, spins away from the coverage out to Williams. Now Williams driving on Kobe Williamson, and a block by M.A. Maldonado quickly ahead to Paris Dawson. Dawson stops on the block, looking for trailers, gives it up, M.A. up and good.
Advantage of that as he has the ball here.
Moncreiffe rips through, then rises up, gets his own miss, and finishes off. Now that was real smooth. He has a great future under Rick Croy, I'll tell you that. Down to M.A. Going against Coleman. M.A. battles through and went in. Back out. 3-point shot. A little bit too strong for the freshman Dion. And M.A. highlight reel, bang out. Season.
And it's tough when he's the 5. When he's the 4, it's, Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe's guarding him. Maybe you're switching. Guys are more used to that. When he's the 5, which he is now in kind of the small ball lineup, makes it a little bit more of a challenge. And Kobe Williamson just a second late on the close out there, which was enough room for Kendall Coleman to get it off.
M.A. spins to the left hand, rises and finishes. Dion with 4. Has to rise up. His jump shot's smooth. He rises up almost Kevin Durant-esque because it's just a good natural motion. Maldonado here. Redhawks can dip this under 60 seconds remaining in the half. May turns facing against baseline. Scoop shot underneath is good. Back in his hometown.
Pretty special to have your dad in the stands, former coach at Seattle U, watching him as Moncreiffe takes the freshman break.
Got to use it.
Down low, nice pass. Good cut by Moncreiffe and just lays it right up. Almost lost another one there. As all down low and Paca can't get it to go.
And Paca looking for the foul, rightfully so.
Moncreiffe lost it, got it back, puts it up, and guess what? We got a one-possession game, 56-53, as that run continues.
In the WAC. It's positionless in NCAA basketball this year anyway.
The Italian went down under to beat the Aussie. There's a knock away, and Madden can't chase it down. This is Stevens. Got a media timeout coming to the next whistle. Moncreiffe, fancy move on Bettiol.
You get very few possessions. You have to value every possession. Give the ball eyes. Don't blind the ball.
Allowing just 64 points per game in this era of college basketball. Mighty impressive. 134th career game for Kobe Williamson. The ball's lost, and an and-one chance for Moncreiffe.
Yeah, Brett Tanner saying we have a 7-footer. He showed.
They had a great one in Colton Cole when they went to the NCAA tournament and beat Texas. Alston, good defense, better offense.
Sorts. They don't have a rhythm. ACU's in the zone. No, they're going to go man.
They've missed 9 of their last 10. Moncreiffe, that's his specialty. Gave up the 3. The second bucket.
Wow.
And that might have been a Euro step and a half. And again, Williams just will not let Arrington get any depth. So you've got the 3 guard guarding the point guard.
Yeah, well,
that's what Williams can do.
Yeah, they're switching 1 through 5.
Got a second and a half differential shot clock and game clock. Arrington, beautiful bounce to Moncreiffe, who finishes and one. I mean, with the 3-point shot, the 30-second shot clock, no game ever feels out of reach. And it was about this time of the game where Seattle made their run. They went on a 15-0 run in Seattle, and Moncreiffe.
Teamster. Mavericks quickly the other way in the hands of Burford. He had it taken away. Arrington in the cookie jar. Leads the break. Throws it to Moncreiffe, who lays it up.
Perfect.
Now with 7 back-to-back buckets for him.
As we see right here, Malik Arrington going right at Robinson. Drawing 2. Really good basketball to help.
Points. Baseline inbound here for Arrington. Quickly to Moncreiffe. He's backing down, trying to get his offensive game going, and gets it to flush. Points from the Mavericks. 1-point game. 10.5 minutes still remaining. It's been a half of runs here. Again, 1 point separated these two sides as we opened up the second half. Moncreiffe has the ball, turns, rips on Ware, gets to the block, rises up with a lot of contact, and it Dan Maldonado and Kobe Williamson. On the flip side for UTA, Seamster, Douglas, Ware, Burford, and Robinson. Moncreiffe backing down, showing that weight room strength for the finish.
Moncreiffe and Williamson, the starting 5 for Seattle University. Arrington, Christopoulos. He's played in every game for the Red Hawks. averaging 11.5 points per game. Arrington back to Williamson. He was out for 12 games with a foot fracture. Moncreiffe also with a kiss.
Not every foul is a mistake or a bad play for you young people out there. That's just smart, heady basketball.
Into Moncreiffe. Spin move. Poles is there, but Moncreiffe.
Initial play they called out a timeout, but they never panicked. You know, it got cut off, and one time Moore went to the floor, then Luke Ward, he gets cut off, and then they find the extra guy, and
oh, mercy. Baseline drive.
That talent.
Yeah, it was amazing to hear of all the former NBA players that make their home in the Seattle area and really get involved in the community. Moncreiffe, eyed by Cole. Moncreiffe driving that right shoulder for Williamson. Heavy traffic. Driving that left shoulder. No, Moncreiffe puts it home.
He could have knocked up a three there, but he hasn't made but the one in transition. So he finds his buddy along that baseline right underneath the hoop for the high percentage shot. Lopes are on a roll.
Oh, and that's quieted by Moncreiffe to Ward. Ward taking it out. That's up over the top. Stevens. Redhawks bring it back. Arrington leads from Moncreiffe.
Coach for 8 years, helps in the current landscape of the transfer portal era because he was used to every year having to re-recruit guys and guys move on, and done a really, really good job finding gems like Dominic Nelson, and who's leading the conference in scoring. As we see Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe go to work on is good for Seattle U, and if they're going to leave him in with 2,000, I would go right back to Dan and try to post him up. He's got the MA on him now.
Speed advantage, always going to go to MA in that situation. Spin move, Nelson gives it up. Dan with the eraser. How you doing, freshman? Now up to Moncreiffe. Moncreiffe, he lays it up and one on the other end.
If you're Todd Phillips, you got your Carter Welling on the bench with fouls, and you're kind of starting to build a lead a little bit. You have to be encouraged that your defense has really made it hard for Seattle U.
M.A. fearless attack in the cup. Gets in foul trouble in the first half. Welling gets Kobe in the air. No call. Williamson lucky there not to pick up the foul.
Yeah, that looked like it could have been a foul. I thought that we talked about him kind of going for shot fakes, the last couple games, and went for that one there by Welling.
And Arrington just hits the weight. Coming out of the break, I mean, they have not been able to miss. Redhawks once again need to respond here. M.A. going to work. He just how strong he is.
And then now they've shown consistently that on the missed shots, they're getting out and pushing the break there, as we see Lenhart with the nice dump off.
Like I said, one of the best guards in the Western Athletic Conference. You saw right there why that is the case. M.A. again loves that running start. Lays that one up in a little.
Mavericks up by 6. Knocked away. Couldn't hold on to the dribble. And Moncreiffe driving, cuts the lane.
What?
You found a way to neutralize him.
Yeah, playing very under control, though, and making sure other guys getting involved. Look at that rebound by Moncreiffe.
Moncreiffe trying. Effort. Good. Seattle U can't take too much time. Gets to Christopoulos. Off to the left. Offensive board by Moncreiffe. Good.
Kobe Williamson on him. Step back, three-point shot, high arcing, rattles off, no good. Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe, first rebound of the day.
No surprise there.
Look at the starting lineup, and you see Alexander Moncreiffe inside finish.
The year until the last 3 games, and out of high school, went to Georgetown, went to UTEP, ended up at Southern Utah. More than capable, had been struggling as of late, so good sign for Southern Utah for him to get going early.
Paris Dawson penetrates, dangerous pass back out to Panja. Moncreiffe spins baseline, rises up and under move. He makes it look so easy. 3-point shooter on the season. Moncreiffe going against Felder. Get him under the rim, and too easy right now.
3 games, they haven't allowed anyone to score over 65 points, and in WAC play, they're leading the conference in scoring defense. And I think with Kobe Williamson being back now in a full rhythm and everyone healthy, they've really kind of established.
And Moncreiffe inside.
Can't force it on the first side. The ball's got to be reversed, and you got to force the defense to switch, to shift.
I'll tell you what here, John, is he pass inside. Moncreiffe is going to slam it home. I was going to say,
Another guy, limited minutes guy. Both teams going deep into their bench and getting production here.
Goma inside Moncreiffe, another dunk. That time, big into the hands of Riley. Riley body checking, M.A. Ball poked away. Dan has it. He's not a guard, and he might have gotten away with one. His foot looked like it was across the timeline. No call. Moncreiffe in and out dribble. Inside, high off the glass. Moncreiffe, baseline, flying through the air. Basket in. No. Moncreiffe rises high, floats through the air, easy tip in, and that's 45-42. Utah Tech storm back, have taken the lead. On a 6-0 run over the last 45 seconds, but there's the break killer. Ken Tyson now with the Rip City remix. G League affiliate of the Portland Trailblazers. Backdoor cut. Good find, Williams. Heimbrock flashing, gets the ball, throws it up. Moncreiffe through contact, no good. Gets the miss, throws it up, and one anyway.
How to take care of the ball here in the last 6 minutes.
Paris Dawson and Maldonado, the guards right now. John Christopoulos, Malik Arrington, and Kobe Williamson out there for the Redhawks. It's Riley, Beaker, Bird, Gonzalez, and Uribe for Utah Tech and John Judkins.
There's your switch. Throw it up to him. Don't force it.
M.A. try to Euro on the baseline. Gets the touch off the glass. 20 points for him and a turnover right back to the Redhawks. Maldonado comes away with it. Maldonado corner, jabs baseline, works it back out to Dawson. Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe. Crossover explodes to the cup. Timeout, John Judkins. He's seen this one slip away.
Getting into the paint. You know, last year at Oklahoma State, he led the team in rebounding and started 28 games. So he's got some big-time experience, and he's a big-time athlete.
There's Dawson. He penetrates, gives it off to Moncreiffe, two-hand slam.
Struggled to score, you know, this season, especially the last few games. They're lost 4 out of 5 in 3 straight games under 60 points. You can't give them easy transition buckets like that.
Maldonado, heavy closeout on him, gives it up to Moncreiffe. Inside, goes up with bad intentions. Winokur back in the game for Hill as we get back underway here. 12 on the shot clock here for the Redhawks. Give it up, Moncreiffe flying to 6. Taken away, Will Heimbrock in the passing lane.
Better job protecting the paint by the Redhawks leads to the turnover by ACU.
Inside, Moncreiffe goes up and somehow gets that to fall. Great move by Vietol.
And we haven't talked a lot about him, Russ, because he was in foul trouble, but 5th leading scorer in the WAC, averaging 15 a game this year, and really struggled at Utah Valley, but had 27 in a game at Stephen S. Execution there on the middle ball screen with some kind of fast motion to get into it by ACU.
59 all here, 4.5 minutes to decide a winner. Dawson with 12. Alley-oop to Moncreiffe!
Out there, if you need to get a catch, he's proven he can make free throws, and they're not going to foul here.
Arrington as the ACU Wildcats back off. Arrington will bring it into the front court. He's dancing with Smith. 15 on the game clock.
And if you go at about 6, you give yourself time for an offensive rebound.
Moncreiffe with 8. Moncreiffe drives in, steps through.
For the Lancers, as we take a look at the Altura Credit Union starting 5 for CBU, it's Coleman, joined by Daniels, Musa, Braun, and Sam Silverstein. Your starting 5 for head coach Rick Croy, brought to you by Altura Credit Union. 4 consecutive points here for Kendall Coleman. 2 field goals here. Moncreiffe on the other end ties it up at nothing. Not a darn thing, Pep. Second one also no good, but an offensive rebound by Paris Dawson. So we'll stay on this end with the Redhawks. Williams defending the taller Moncreiffe. Takes advantage of it, goes to his left, and it is good. Coleman, double team, passes out of it and taken away by Arrington.
Only the 3rd turnover on the Lancers.
And in transition, a Moncreiffe.
Crocodiles in his hometown in Australia.
Moncreiffe down low, sticks with it, and gets Christopoulos from the elbow. No good. Offensive rebound, Moncreiffe, and the putback is 7 rebounds for Moncreiffe, so well on his way to a double-double. And the steal by Moncreiffe to Dawson. Back to Moncreiffe on the alley-oop.
On a drought over 5 minutes.
Williamson up top. Arrington still with it. Has it knocked loose. And there's Moncreiffe to clean up the...
Blake Arrington hands it off to Paris Dawson. In the starting lineup has been dynamic off the bench. Can do both for head coach Chris Victor. Shot clock at 12. Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe just sneaks it over to the lip of the rim. First point teed up here by Ireland and good. A little bit of a chaotic sequence leads to an Ireland 3 and a Nichols lead, 19-16. Redhawks came out so hot, now a little bit on the back foot from the visitors. Stevens, M.A. drives down off the glass and good. Point, 5 rebound, 1 assist performance at Washington as well. Usually coming off the bench, but kind of a do-it-all guard for Chris Victor.
Nichols continuing to pressure, which has kind of sped the game up a little bit and makes it harder to get the ball to Matthew Alexander Moncreiffe when you're doubling and forcing him to scramble as he's got the great cut right there.
Another steal. Moncreiffe, spin move baseline, goes up, blocked from behind, gets it back and finishes, and one.
Pull-up jumper. It's been Mason early on for Washington. Another miss. Mason's gotten a lot of shot attempts.
He's got 4 shots up already. Kai Mason thinking he's great Ossibor out there.
Dawson toward the lane. Quick pass from Dawson to Moncreiffe.
That's a nice move right there. Play by Seattle U.
You could pretty much go in any gym in the country and hear coaches say, got to play off 2 feet.
Yep. When you get in that paint.
Moncreiffe slides in. It is 16.
I want you to wear a mouthpiece. I never wore one as a player because I was a point guard. And I had to shout out instructions all the time. But a lot of guys wear mouthpieces, and that's one of the reasons why you don't want to lose it too.
Nine to 4, margin in turnovers favoring Seattle U, and they score off the... Christophilus leaning back, short.
That's his
rebound,
right
throw down.
He's a man out there. 6'8".
No field goals in more than 3 minutes for Washington. We have to go back on defense again. Moncreiffe right through King.
He's feeling.
Grand Canyon, a team that's, won an NCAA tournament game, but this would be pretty cool for them to win for the first time at Washington since they moved back up to Division I in 2008.
That ain't over yet. Tyler Harris knocked down that 3. He's been the one bright spot for Washington here in the second half, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point game with 3:50 left to play. They got to send some help on this guy, though. He's been having his way.
Spin move, Moncreiffe gets 2 more.
2
in January. Williamson turns. No. Moncreiffe, another loud 2.
Nice little action on the baseline.
Moncreiffe working against Frazier.
They're switching pin downs on the side here. Seattle's having a hard time getting the ball.
High off the glass there for Moncreiffe, and ball to start things out here in the second half as it is underway from the Dog. This is Arrington. Arrington to Moncreiffe all alone with the 2-handed jam. And there the offensive rebound to Terrell. Had a look. Instead it'll be Kemper who takes the 3. He's off the mark. And the rebound controlled by Arrington and the Redhawks. To Moncreiffe. Moncreiffe, ball on the floor. The scooping in, wanted the 3-point play. And he has met that in this game with 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. So playing up to his season averages already in this one is Otis Frazier. This is
Great
Arrington.
defense on the ball. There's
Arrington.
another deflection.
Nearly knocked away there by Frazier. Little switch.
He's guarding the point guard there.
Just 5 on the shot clock, and Moncreiff has the easy two-handed slam. Lane and gets the floater to go with the right hand.
Camper's getting it going now. Struggled scoring a little bit early. He had some shots not fall for him. They're starting to fall now.
Dawson to Moncreiff. Moncreiff, a little skip to my Lou, and finishes with the right hand.
Picking up full court after makes and dead balls.
Christopoulos, early hot hand, no good on that one. M.A. back up and one off the offensive rebound. Here to start out of the timeout, kick corner, 3-ball, Arrington, no good. And another offensive rebound, another put back from Matthew Alexander.
Providing a scoring punch for the Red Hawks, which is part of the reason they got 40 points.
And as you mentioned, as we get back underway here in the second half, Jalen Henderson, in those losses, 10.3 points per game. He has 5 at half, so the Red Hawks are holding him to that average. Matthew Alexander Moncreiff, third possession for the Red Hawks here. Stops, goes up. Oh, met high by Minot, who swats it away. Oh, and they're going to count it. Vikings looking for another one of those runs. 3 from Johnson. No good. Moncreiff, full steam ahead. He lays it up. No one stepped up to. Hayden Curtis finishes that one.
Versus press. Seattle's done a good job getting the ball to the middle of the court to break it and then getting into their action.
Maldonado. Scoop back out to Moncreiff. Moncreiff drives in. Looked like he was going to dunk it. Last second, flip to the finger.
On the road and lost in the dying seconds to Kentucky and Kansas on neutral floors. Proctor's pass intercepted. A takeaway for the lead guard, Malik Arrington. Moncreiff into the body and flag, and has been all year. And as poorly as they've shot it, overall, they are all still threats. None more than Knippel. 8 of the 15 so far. Moncreiff, a really difficult shot.
Keane spins and he finds the open
Watch
Johnson.
Out. Wow.
He's missed his first couple of shots. They will not be shy about putting up the 3. Moncreiff ahead of steam.
Oh, that's a nice
what
try.
Play. He's got a chance for 3. Johnson got ripped. The player and a good take there by Ben Vanderwall. So how valuable the assistant coaches are at every level.
Yes, no question. And he's got a terrific coaching staff. Kyle Marshall, actually, a former player at Butler, a really good player.
Chance nice. For a 3-point play. There's your guy you talked about. Rebound. Moncreiff, a kick. Christopoulos launches. No good. Offensive putback in an easy one. And a timeout.
Penetration, step back. Wobruck, baseline, rises up and too strong. Banja, Moncreiff, Euro, and finishes.
The paint and get the and 1.
Trent Williams converts. He's coming off a 6-point effort, averaging 5 points on the season. He has 3 here.
After free throws again, seeing that zone look after the press.
Maldonado dumps off. Moncreiff rises up and 1. 8 points for him, 44-38 our score. Moncreiff turns, faces, drives it, and slams it home.
Very athletic, very long.
Yep. Won the CBI. Both these teams were in the CBI, and they were on a collision course to meet in round number 2, and muscling that one up there is.
And Chris Howell coming from the far side. Great cut by Chris Howell.
He's got a half dozen. Again, he's not much of a scorer as Howell with 4 points on average, 4 boards a game. Fouled out against Sacramento State on Thursday.
Look at his pressure defense.
Oh, just too easy of a move.
From one side to the other. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, the Tritons were chasing the basketball the entire first half.
Here's a double team coming over to make sure that Alexander Moncreiff couldn't find a shot. Driving in there is Dawson.
Good
Kick
job
out.
of cutting off the penetration.
Wow, there was a little shove there on Gray from Alexander Moncreiff. They're flying at defenders now underneath a slam dunk from
making plays. Moncreiff out of the double team. Here comes Dawson, 5 to shoot. He powers it up, but nobody boxed out Moncreiff, and it's peace and rhythm. Were the rims that friendly to you in your playing days here?
I kid you not. I made a huge decision on why to come to Poly because I did love the rims and I love the basketball. Did not like that post defense. Shoot it. Hyder knows what he's doing.
Jared Hyder, the second Mustang, into double figures. He and Riniker, 10 points apiece. Cal Poly seesaws back in front. I'm going to say that's not the last lead change we'll have tonight. Moncreiffe making sure of it. And
Moncreiffe out. Arrington, trailer. Heinbolt, he'll take the three. No good. Hits the lip. No. Back out. Right back. Pass inside Moncreiffe. Up for two. Moncreiffe sagging off him. He gets taken away by Christopoulos jumping in the passing lane. Spin move up. Finishes on the others. The three attempt from Matheny.
Chris Victor calling a play that I'd be shocked if it was not for Christopoulos to come off some type of action and get a look.
Moncreiffe puts his head down, gets to the block, up, under, off the glass, kissed it. Fourth where his teammates are.
Like a back shoulder, perfect end zone throw by a quarterback. Just stayed poised, played off 2 feet, really nice. And Richie McKay making the change and putting more size on Christopoulos here with Moffmer taking Matheny off him.
Moncreiffe baseline slam.
Marquardt into tip for Eastern Washington. That ball's in the air, and Seattle U takes it away to get us started here in the first home game of the 2024 campaign. Paul, I know it's early in the season, but what looked good to you in that game against Colorado on Monday as Matthew Moncreiffe puts it in for Seattle?
You know,
one of the additional new faces, Dawson misses the three. Rebounded by Gama. Back down low. Easy two from Moncreiffe. "90 seconds. Moncreiffe to the rim and down. Run this down. 7 seconds. Now they're down to 5. Arrington. Teardrop, no. Put back, Moncreiffe, yes. That'll take us down to the end.
You know, we would like to see at least 15 to 20, I would think. What do you think,
Would you
Greg?
settle for 10?
Oh, I would settle for 10.
I think you'd settle for 10. Moncreiffe, left hand, good. They keep finding a way to get him within.
Sharing the ball well, Greg. It's a matter of getting the ball to your open teammate.
Marquardt just got to 10 points. Not bad for his first game in this building. Didn't have a particularly outstanding game against Colorado on Monday either, so good news for the big man. 6'9" out there, but he feels bigger. 5 to shoot. Moncreiffe again. He's going to get his points. It's back to...
I'll tell you what, Andrew Cook is in the right place at the right time on defense.
Moncreiffe takes it away. Oh, behind the back. And the former Georgia Bulldog shows why he was able to play in the SEC.